Hello everyone, so today in this video we will understand how to find the numbers between the two real numbers and plot the finite and infinite subset of R. R over here denote the real numbers, okay, which we usually simply use the connotations in the mathematics. So R over here denote the real number. So if I ask you about the real number between the 1 and 2, so you can simply say there is infinite numbers between 1 and 2 live in between, that is 1.11, 1.12, 1.13 up to 1.99999. So there exists a infinite number between any two real numbers. And if I ask you about the real number between the 2 and 10, so there is also exist the infinite numbers. So in the Mathematica, we simply use the command that is the random real. Random denote we are finding the random number, and real denotes over here is the real number. है So I write the command over here, that is yes, that is the random real. So random real command, in the random denote the random numbers and real denote the real numbers. And suppose if I want to find the real number, random real number which is less than 2, which is less than 2, so I will write the 2 and how many numbers I want. Okay, how many numbers I want, so after comma I will put that. So if I want the 5 random real number which are less than 2, so I will write 5 over here, that is 2 comma 5. 2 over here denote that I want the real number random real which is less than 2, and 5 denotes that I want the 5 random real number. Then enter the shift plus enter key, you will get, you can see that these 5 numbers which I am having the output over here, which I get this is less than 2, and these are how many? 5. Okay, so similarly, if you want to find the random random real real numbers between not between, suppose if you want less than 1, and how many numbers you want 10 real numbers, 10 random real number which are less than 10, then you will write 1 comma 10. 1 denote that less than 1 I want, and 10 denotes how many numbers I want. Okay, so then use the shift plus enter key, you will get the 10 random real number which are the less than 10. Okay, now question arise, what if I want the real numbers between the two real numbers? If I want the random real number between the two real numbers, so for that simply I have a command, I will also use the same command, that is random random real. Now I want one real number between the 2 and 5, so I will use the curly bracket within the square bracket, then write 2 comma 5, 2 comma 5. Now simply over here I use these numbers in the curly bracket, so I want the random real number between 2 and 5 which lie between the 2 and 5. So you will get the 4.09706, which is, you can see that lie between the 2 and 5. Okay, so in this way you will get the random real number between the two real number, or between the or less than the any number. Okay, now we will take the another example. Now yes, give the command, that is the random real. Now I want the number between the 1 and 10, between the 1 and 10. Okay, so I will write 1 comma 10, then shift plus enter, then you can see that is 2.90911, which is lie between the 1 comma 10. It is a real number, okay, which exists between the 1 and 10. Your system may take the any number. Okay, your system may take the any number, these values can be different. Okay, so don't be worry for that. Now if I want to plot, and if I want to plot the random real number, okay, so I will give the command plot. Mhm, yes, plot. Now in within the square bracket I will write what? Random real, then what? Yes, then I am assuming the my random real number would be x, then put the comma, then your x value vary from where to where. Okay, so within the curly bracket we will specify the x, we will restrict the domain of the x, that my x would be vary from 2 comma 5. My random real number will be lie between the 2 and 5, which are greater than 2 but less than 5. Now press the shift plus enter key. Now you can see I use the plot command here, and in the graph you can see it start from the 2 and ends on the 5. So there are infinite number. Okay, so your graph will come to be like this if the if you give the command plot and you will plot the real number between the any two number, you will get this type of graph. So similarly, if I um, yes, so if I want to plot the graph of random real number which I denote now with the y, okay, and my y is varying from 1 and 2. Okay, my y is varying from 1 and 2. It means I want the random real number between the 1 and 2. Then you can see the graph over here. There is infinite number lie between the 1 and 2. Okay, that is 1.11, 1.12, 1.13, 1.21, 1.22 up to 1.99. Similarly, you can also if the question comes to you like if you want to plot the six random real number between the 1 and 2. Okay, so for that you will use the command list plot. For that you will use the command list plot. Okay, list plot. Now within the square bracket I want the random real number, and I want my random real number between the 2 and 5. Between the 2 and 5, I want the 6. 6 random real number. Okay, so their graph will not come to be like the previous one. Okay, I want the 6 random real number, so their graph come to be like this. The points you can see over here. Okay, if it is not visible, I will use the command plot style, and here I will use the red color. Now you can see the uh, graph. Okay, there is a 6 points, okay, which are lying between the 2 and 5, which are lying between the 2 and 5, and there is 6 numbers. Okay, so in this way you will you can see. Okay, you can see how we denote the list plot, and 2 and 5 varying from where to where. It is on the y-axis. You can see, okay, it is on the y-axis that our number is varying, that is 2 and 6, 2 and 5. So similarly, if we want to give the another command, and if I want to uh, find the 7 real numbers between the 1 and 10. So I will give the same command, and now I want from where to where. I want this from 1 to 10, 1 to 2. Okay, between the 1 and 2 I want the 10 real numbers. Okay, and if I want to increase the point size, I will give the point size command over here. Then now the point size I want is 2.5. Maybe this will not work. Okay, so remove this command first. Let's see. Yes, so in this way you can see on the y-axis varying from where to where, that is from 1 to 2, and you can see there will be the 10 point which lie between the 1 and 2, and you will get that point, and you can see the value by assuming that the value of each point lie on the x-axis. Value of each point lie on the x-axis, and these 10 points lie between the 1 and 2, which we can see on the y-axis. Similarly, we can also give the list line plot, which will use these points as a graph, okay, as a line graph. So what I will use command, that is I will use the list line plot. What I will use list line plot command, and I want the random real number between the 2 and 5, and how many numbers I want? I want the 6 points. I want 6 numbers. Now shift plus enter, you can see. Okay, so which type of graph I can see if I join these points, you can see here it is taken the another points. Okay, so that's why the graph is not you can see it would be same. So if you can get the any different number, then you can see different type of graph will come. Similarly, if I want to uh, uh, give the graph list line plot and a line graph of this second point graph, so what I will use the command, I will simply write the same command, but yes, I will simply give the same command, but I will add the line plot list line plot between the 1 and 2, and I want the 10 number, and my plot style would be the red, and see, you can see the graph, and there is a 10 points. Okay, there is a 10 points which you can see over here. So in this way we find the real number between the two real number, and how we can show the graph of this number. I hope you understand the way in which I am trying to convey. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share my channel, and you